What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video where we will cover a lot of topics, but the main topic is that Saudi Arabian clubs still want to buy Mo Salah. He is the icon in the Arab Muslim football world and Saudi Arabia would make Salah like their biggest marketing figure. He would be like the face of the Saudi Arabian Pro League, which I think is not as successful as they wanted it to be, because not many players have gone there in the January transfer window, and Salah could leave Liverpool after Jurgen Klopp leaves, because of course Jurgen Klopp has been a massive part of Liverpool's success, but Salah would want to first see who the new manager will be, and he would want to sit down with the new manager and discuss the plans for Liverpool's future and what kind of playing style, what kind of tactical setup the new manager will use at Liverpool and how Salah would fit into that new structure. That is the case for Virgil van Dijk and Trent Alexander-Arnold as well. All three of these players, Salah, Van Dijk and Trent, have 1 year left on their contract after this season, so it's absolutely crucial that Liverpool get the sporting director sorted. Richard Hughes is set to be announced in the coming weeks after Michael Edwards was announced to become FSG's CEO of football, and after the sporting director is in place we need to discuss the new manager and we need to sit down with these players and to give them reassurances that Liverpool will continue to be successful, that Liverpool will continue challenging for trophies. But Mo Salah was asked recently in an interview from Jamie Carragher if Jurgen Klopp's decision to leave Liverpool would have an impact on Salah's future. And of course that is what every Liverpool fan is worried about. If we lose Salah in the summer, would you sell him if a 150 million pound offer comes in for him? Would you keep Salah for one last season if he doesn't sign a new contract? And that's still up in the air. Salah, Van Dijk and Trent could still sign new contracts. They still have more than 1 year left. So in that 1 year, we still can discuss a new contract with either of them, with any of them. Would you, if Salah says, you know what, I want to try something new, would you sell him this summer or would you let him run down his contract? I think that's a very tough decision to make, because Salah is a Liverpool legend. He's one of my favorite Liverpool players, one of my all-time favorite Liverpool players. His numbers are absolutely staggering and he's on course to get into the top 5 top scorers in Liverpool's history. But if you offer me 100 and maybe 120, 150 million pounds for Mo Salah in the summer instead of losing him for nothing, I mean, if Michael Edwards is in place, and he is already, we know that that money will be spent wisely and that could strengthen Liverpool so much. Of course, Liverpool would be weaker with Salah not there, but we could sign so many talented, brilliant young players. That's a tough decision to make, and that's why I'm asking you guys. Let me know in the comments below. So Salah was asked about his future. Jamie Carragher asked him and he said, no, it wouldn't make an impact on my decision on my future. It's life. It's part of life now that everything moves in football. Players left the club already. Liverpool, very important players left the club. The manager is also very important for the club and he is leaving the club. One day I will leave the club as well, but no, Jurgen Klopp leaving doesn't impact my decision on my future, which is very interesting. So he says one day I will leave the club, and that doesn't sound like a player who wants to leave right now. And I mean, why would he? Why would he go to Saudi Arabia when he can go there in 3 years or 4 years, when he already won multiple other trophies with Liverpool or with other European clubs? And I want Salah to stay. I want Liverpool to give him a new contract. It all depends on what kind of decision Salah makes on his future, because it will not just be up to Liverpool on whether Salah extends his contract. Salah needs to decide that as well. And Mo Salah aims for another Liverpool record tonight against Sparta Prague. He's on 19 goals this season, and if he scores just one more goal to reach 20 goals for the season, he will become the first Liverpool player ever to score 20 goals in 7 successive seasons. Wow, what a statistic. Not even Ian Rush did that. Ian Rush very nearly did this but he left for Juventus after 6 seasons of 20 plus goals. His first season back saw him score just 11 times, but after that Ian Rush scored 28 and then 30 goals in the successive 2 seasons. So even Ian Rush, who scored 346 goals for Liverpool, which is absolutely mind-blowing. I don't think anybody would ever beat that. You would need to score 35 goals on average for 10 seasons in a row, which is in today's modern football, it's almost impossible. Roger Hunt was awfully close as well. He had 2 seasons where he scored just 19 goals. And I mean, what a streak in Liverpool's history that Salah could have. And I mean, if Salah doesn't suffer a major injury, he will become the first player in Liverpool's history to score 20 goals in 7 seasons in a row, which is absolutely brilliant. And what do you think about these rumors that Luis Diaz is linked with Paris Saint-Germain, Liverpool are linked with Jamal Musiala? I will make a separate video on these players because they deserve their own video, but I just wanted to hear your opinion. The transfer rumors are already starting to ramp up again. And according to Sky Sports reporter Darmet Sheth, Michael Edwards will be appointed CEO of football. That's already done, and Richard Hughes will join him at Anfield. I mean, it's very curious that Richard Hughes already before the season ends announced that he's leaving Bournemouth as a sporting director and he will join another club next season, but we don't know which club that is, but it's very, very highly likely that it will be Liverpool because Richard Hughes and Michael Edwards are good friends, they are very close, and Richard Hughes quit Bournemouth because he wanted to work with Michael Edwards again. And Sky Sports reported that the first appointment, which will be imminent, will be Richard Hughes by Liverpool. We know that he has left Bournemouth and he will then come in as the sporting director at Liverpool, and then that is when the crucial appointment will have to be made. Liverpool have effectively hit the jackpot with every single transfer in recent years, and hence they have been really successful, because they have had a team and a recruitment team in place for the most part with Michael Edwards involved alongside Jurgen Klopp and the recruitment team. Now you've got a situation where Jurgen Klopp is leaving and you needed to bring in new talent, and Michael Edwards coming back as the CEO of football and Richard Hughes coming as a sporting director will ensure that Liverpool have a very successful near future, hopefully. And Graham Bailey, an English journalist, is reporting that Liverpool are understood to be closing in on a new deal for vice-captain Trent Alexander-Arnold. Trent has been injured for a few weeks now, so that gives Liverpool enough time, of course, to sit down with Trent and discuss new contract terms. And I think the most likely to sign a new contract out of Salah, Van Dijk and Trent is Trent, because he's still young, he's Liverpool through and through, he has been a Liverpool Youth Academy product and he has been world class for many years, so it's an absolute no-brainer to keep him. He doesn't want to leave. Probably Van Dijk and Salah don't want to leave either, but it depends on what kind of contract we offer them, of course, because they have other options. Trent, of course, has other options, but he doesn't want to leave for sure. Liverpool are working on a number of new deals. That's what Graham Bailey is reporting. With one of their main deals they are looking to conclude is new terms, new contract for Trent Alexander-Arnold. Trent is closing to finalizing a new deal with talks progressing. Liverpool are also due to open talks with Virgil van Dijk and Andy Robertson in the hope of striking new deals. That is music to my ears, and I wish we would open talks with Mo Salah, but we probably want to wait until the new manager is in place to see what Salah's plans are after the new manager is appointed. And what is also very encouraging is that Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that Liverpool are scouting several offensive players ahead of the summer window. Edwards is the man who brought players like Van Dijk, Alisson, Salah, Sadio Mane to the club. This is why the fans still love him, and the owners believe that the future will be bright under his management. But also it will be an important summer at Liverpool as they are looking at offensive players. For example, Pedro Neto is one of the players monitored by the scouting department, and also a new centre-back to add to their list. It will be an important summer at Liverpool in terms of decisions, and that's very encouraging news from Fabrizio Romano. And Jurgen Klopp in his pre-match press conference also said that Michael Edwards and Jurgen Klopp had always a very good relationship. Michael decided to do something else in 2022 and now he's back. I'm really happy. I said it a few times. I want to see the club in the best possible place after I leave, so everything we can do as long as I'm here, I will do. Our conversation between Klopp and Edwards was great, Klopp said. We spoke about a lot of things, about what I think about different things, players, stuff like this, the situation in the club, because I was in all the time when he was not in. So what has changed and what might have to change, those kind of things. A really good talk. I think it's top news for the club. Edwards is not dumb. It's not a subject to talk about, to be honest, that Edwards, when he was asked, Jurgen Klopp was asked, did Edwards try to convince him to rethink his decision and maybe stay at Liverpool? I just want the club to do as well as possible. I'm really sure we created a basis with the right people in charge, and Michael is a top choice. Jurgen Klopp said that Liverpool is in a really good moment. For the future, it is important how good the team is, how good the players are, how good the whole structure of the football club is, and how good the organization is. That's where my optimism comes from, and that's why I think it's a rather good moment to be with Liverpool FC. So if Jurgen Klopp says that the club is in the right place, then I'm a lot more calm and a lot more happy about the situation. Gravenberch also was seen in the training photos. He might not be ready to play against Sparta Prague, but I think this international break actually comes at the right time for Liverpool, because Gravenberch, Curtis Jones, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and maybe even Alisson coming back for the final 10 games of the Premier League season would be absolutely crucial. It would give Liverpool such a big boost. And Liverpool, I think, still have the title race in their own hands, because yes, we are level on points with Arsenal, but I don't see a world where Arsenal win every game between now and the end of the season. I mean, if they do, if they beat Man City at the Etihad, and if they win every single game, they play Aston Villa, Tottenham, so many tough games, Chelsea as well. So if Arsenal win every game, they probably deserve the title, but I don't think Arsenal will win every game. So I think if Liverpool win the last 10 games, they will become champions. So hopefully all these injured players can come back. I also miss Diogo Jota, because if Diogo Jota got the 2 chances that Luis Diaz had against Man City, I think he scores at least one of them, maybe even two, because Jota is such a clinical finisher. Luis Diaz needs to work on that a little bit. Also, 17-year-old centre-back and England youth international Carter Pinnington was added to Liverpool's B list to play in the Europa League second leg against Sparta Prague. So we are so decimated with injuries, we had to add a 17-year-old centre-back to our Europa League squad. And I just hope that he gets some experience. And I mean, it's the perfect game to try out these young players, because we are 5-1 up from the first leg. We still have to take the game seriously, and I think Liverpool will still field a good team from the start, but maybe some substitutes, the young players can come on and get some minutes. And Jurgen Klopp also said that Virgil van Dijk is super ambitious and he wants to reach a lot of things with Liverpool Football Club. The captaincy helped. He took to the role exceptionally well. The whole leadership group stepped up. They all made big steps, and selling Henderson and Fabinho was actually a genius decision by Liverpool, because we look so much better than last season. So yeah, let me know, how do you see things unfolding this season, and what do you think about all the topics that we talked about in today's video. And thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.